morning, everybody. John here at Payton Land Management. I am on my way to Vacavill, California to remove a giant billboard for demo patrol. I've never removed a unit like this before, but luckily the actual billboard is on the ground. But the poles that used to support it up in the air are still in the ground, and they're sticking out of the ground 30 feet. So we'll have to figure out how to cut those at the base and put them onto the ground. Today I brought my KXL 57, a big Tex dump trailer, and a chop saw. I also have a big 50-yard dump box that's going to be dropped off for all the metal, and whatever metal that won't fit in it, I'm going to be putting it into my dump trailer and taking it off to the scrap yard. Here we are. There's the big 3 posts, and there's the actual unit right there on the ground. I have no idea how these posts are going to come down. I just talked to the owner, or the renter, who's over there. This whole thing flew off from way up there. It wasn't put down by a crane, it flew off. It's insane. Destroyed everything here. Luckily it didn't fly onto the freeway. It didn't hit this car. It didn't fly anywhere else. It looks like there used to be a smaller billboard in the center where it's all kind of rusted, and then they built around it. But this is some pretty thin metal to be holding up all this weight, especially in a windy area like Vacavill. It's not very thick at all. So my plan is to bring the excavator over here. I'm gonna grab onto this pipe here, and then I'm gonna cut it right here. Get it away from this car. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. We'll just grab this, cut it there. I've got the water running right now, just trying to soak everything so I don't start a fire with all this weeds. All right, so I cut the ladder up. I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna hold this actual frame, post frame, and then I'm gonna cut it, just so we don't have a drop on this car. Wish I'd have got new windshield wipers for this thing. Can't really see because of how wet it is here. Maybe you can see a little better, who knows. Alright, I got the ripper hooked up. Let's see if I can actually do anything with this ripper. I've ripped cars apart before, so see if this is any different. pretty lightweight for the actual walking area. Just ripping right apart. See if we can rip these big beams off the bottom here. This channel steel, looks like 6-inch channel. Rip everything off here. Actually wood up there. Get this fabric-y stuff off, or whatever it is. Not really working out the mount. Dropping off the dumpster right now. I'm gonna load it with all the lightweight tin, and then I'm gonna take these big beams with me because I don't want to give them this heavy duty steel. We had to pay $400 for this dump box to be dropped here. the whole walking platform right here. That's all ripped down. Probably gonna cut that in a couple sections. I've got all this other metal here I need to cut the sections as well. See if I can just rip it to pieces or not. Seems like I can. Yeah. It's just ripping to pieces. Dumpster we have here is not going to hold a ton of metal. That's what sucks. This is how it's looking. I've got about half of it complete. It's taking me a little bit of time because it's just me, but it's going. Using my chop saw, cutting all the framing, then I grab it with the excavator, throw it into the dump box over there, come back over here, cut more, just keep going back and forth. I'm gonna wet the ground with the water, and then I'm gonna start cutting the base of this, push it over.
You ready?
I don't want to do too much.
Yeah.
All down. A little nerve-wracking, but nothing bad happened. Pretty thin metal. Getting all these pipes loaded. Got the 3 main. I am hanging off quite a bit in the back. I cut these off. It took forever with the sawzall, at least. We're all done, we're heading out. They put the garbage cans over top so nobody falls down in the hole, or nothing falls down in the hole. Heading out of here. There's the boss.